I don't feel like it's been 10 years. I guess it never does when it's your turn. We're going to have another 60 years to wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, another 70 years. Everybody takes a 10-year turn. Which, hopefully, the game should be over by then. We'll see, actually. There's always a possibility that the endgame crisis is so ridiculous. I just feel like we didn't have huge amounts of trouble last time. Why are you suffering from unrest again? Whereas you weren't a second ago. Oh, it'd be fine. Everybody's going to get assimilated, right? And then everybody will be happy. Bill Pop, will ya? No, Governor, you got a handle. That's fine. Anything I can do? No, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It's going to go down. I just more. What can I do to get rid of that icon? That's probably the easiest thing to do. I think it goes down once it goes past 50 anyway, and it seems to be slow going down. I don't know what made it go up. Oh! What the hell is that? What? Where were you? We've got all this tech. Alright, let's get a. Yeah, it's going to take you a little while. Yeah, give it a go. Tell me if I just told you to go there or to research or see if you can get there in time. Actually, you could probably get there easily if we keep an eye on you and we can jump you. Oh, you need upgrading again. Why do you need upgrading again? Those are 6 new ships. Why are you building old designs?
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Whatever. There we go. It's a fully upgraded fleet. All the cool bells and whistles. And just for my own sense, it makes no difference. Oh no, we're not going to be able to do it anyway. We can't increase the number. The fleet's already bigger. There we go. Alright, let's not worry about it. It just bugs me. Oh, this whole thing. The whole Federation fleet bugs me. I've ranted about that plenty. I really like the fleet manager. It's just like... It's such a great improvement. There's so many things I like about it. It is a bit fiddly, but it just does not work at all when it comes to the Federation fleet. The little quirks and stuff. Something's gone iffy over here, hasn't it? This has been like this for quite a while. Oh! Okay, I guess you just probably got built in another station or something weird like that. Or maybe you got confused the way the fleet was moving around. Oh, we no longer... Enjoy the Federation fleet, look after it. Anything else? Right, let's have another quick look about... All our ships are fully upgraded. We've got the best... I say best designs, but... Our most up-to-date designs, not necessarily the best. Don't need to worry about those so much. I'm not even going to keep that open anymore, I don't really care. Let's have a quick glance over my starbase, make sure they've all got defensive platforms. We are at our station cap. I still think, yep, there's one here. I can't... What do we want to build here? Sure, whatever, we'll get a command center. I don't really care, I think. Don't know why it's kind of weirdly bugged out, the fact that this one changes into a thing when you upgrade it. Why is that? What's the option to upgrade that?
Fleet enhancement supplied.
I didn't notice any changes. There could have been. Right, I'm going to... So I don't want to upgrade this one into that, because this takes up 2 slots, whereas that takes up 8. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Does it tell me what the power of it is? Oh, there is a way. There is a way. Here it is. 2,642. I mean, it's half of what that is, that military power, but only takes up 2 slots. So, if I were to say, what about our large ones? That's only 1,100. Yeah, it's definitely worth keeping around. Compared to, I mean, it's better than our designs, put it that way. Oh, and we've got... I mean, the only reason I upgraded the one because I didn't know what it would upgrade to. It's kind of funny, upgraded to an iron cannon. I think we go for the extra large. Oh, and let me just queue up with that thing so I don't have to worry about it again. Then now we know this one will be fully... That icon's always going to be there. I'm just going to have to remember to ignore it. In fact, actually, I'm interested to see what happens if I do try to do it. Because in theory, I shouldn't be able to once these are all built. I won't have the space for it. It might let me go over. It might be worth just for experimentation's sake. Oh, right. You still need to be upgraded. Alright, keep an eye on you. Other than that, we're just waiting for the endgame crisis. Now, they're nearly all upgraded-ish. Fleets are fine. I think at this point... Man, we so slipped up earlier. I think we missed the opportunity to vassalize these and these. I wonder if, like, when these guys stop being at war, or if another war pops up, I don't know if you can, like, because you only get the subjugate claim, because you've got a few like a little while to vote on it. If I then try to start the same war, so if I, like, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but I can, like, offer them protectorate status. They'll say no, give me a war goal to vassalize them. Then I'll try and declare war to vassalize. I can put a vote before the Federation, before the other vote has already gone through. Or I could just not really worry about it too much. I'm gonna try the whole. Somebody was saying like, or Omnimech was saying, they zoom in on a planet, or maybe just zoom in on space within a planet. Seems to make it go quicker because we're just kind of waiting now. We want the thingy to pop. I should really take another break, I suppose. When did we take? I was definitely late. I normally take a break at 8, so I think it was maybe near 9. So yeah, it's been a while. I have no idea how long we're gonna go. It's gonna get to a point where it's like, Oof is now hosting me with up to 9 viewers. Ah, thank you for the host. Oh, it's auto-hosting. Ah, yeah, that's cool. Oh, it does tell you. I was never sure. I think that's the first time I've been auto-hosted. I've had people host me and there's a pop-up for it. It'll actually come up on the screen and like a little GIF and stuff. But I wasn't sure. I knew Oof had started auto-hosting me. Well, I wasn't sure. Oof's the first person who started putting me on the auto-host list. So I wasn't sure how it worked. I wasn't sure, because there's a little tab on the main, on the dashboard, which will show you if somebody's, that was worth it, if somebody is auto-hosting you. But it's not a tab I have open or have eyes on at the moment, because I know I get pop-ups for most other things. So nice to see in chat that did come up. So at least I get some kind of a notification. That really means though up to 9 viewers. God, I've been playing so long my TV's turned off. I'll just put that back on. Okay, well I'm not going to take a break then. I don't know if that's... Yeah, so I'm just always been kind of curious about how that kind of... this mechanic kind of works. That's interesting. Bizarrely, on my Xbox, what does JTV stand for? Oof is now hosting you. But that didn't come up on my tablet. So bizarre how there's... I mean, my paranoia about making sure everything's working fine. Oh, what? I shouldn't have paused. Has led me to have... I have the Twitch open on my Xbox, on my main TV. I have it open on my computer and I have it open on my tablet. 3 different places. And it was always funny, the differences. It doesn't seem to have happened with Omnimech, but quite often people have different colour... their names will be different colours in each one. So if anybody's listening in the main chat actually, do you see a little message that says Oof is now auto-hosting? I don't believe they don't actually. It actually seems like it's directed at me. But they're all in the same account. I don't know. Still weird. But I was never sure before if people like... because if somebody auto-hosted me, I might not have known. You know, I'm sure you're all getting very interested by this. It's kind of, you get into this kind of inside baseball type thing. Why are we at 800? We should be at... Oh, I think this rings me a bell from last time. Although this has a fleet limit, it doesn't count to your naval capacity. I think we noticed that last time. I could always do another fleet rate. Alright, where's my... Oh, you're genius as well. I'm thinking... No, not there. Oh, we're already assisting research there. It's the habitat, I remember. Sure, whatever. Why has nobody invited these guys in? Only a minus 23. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. Kind of real think I should like be able to say to these guys, give them nudge nudge. Oi! Invite these people. If you invite them, they'll say yes. I mean, they wanted to change their ideology, right? Before either us or them go to war again, and it's no longer an option. What else can I do? We've already got like... Ugh, I guess our trust is going up, but not very much. Not very quickly. We already gave him a massive favourable deal. I like the fact I'm a liberator. Still seem as a threat. I don't think there's... It's going to help increase the trust, right? I didn't particularly want their species here, because I'm just going to assimilate them anyway. It doesn't matter, I don't mind if that happens. Oh, so that means at least that's going to go up quicker. Doesn't actually add anything there. I can offer... well... Can you get any higher than friendly? I can't remember. Nope. Okay. Well, it either happened or it doesn't. I tell you, people have... it's now showing up in as 9 viewers. Don't know to what extent those are coming from Oof's auto host. But welcome. You had a bit of a slow time. We're kind of largely just waiting for the end game crisis at this point. 2 years away before it can trigger. I'm hoping it triggers straight away. I mean, I don't know. Didn't actually look at a full breakdown of what causes this trigger. I know there's a whole bunch of bits. I know time is a factor, so like every 10 years or whatever, the trigger gets more. But I'm hoping the fact that we've technically already won, our Federation is like conquers most of the galaxy, our power, fleet power, our tech level. Hopefully we just like the game will look at all that stuff and go, oh yeah, we should probably just do it straight away. No. Minus 6,000? Oh, they're spiritualists. We don't want spiritualists in our Federation, anywho. I kind of feel, I say embarrassed, it's not embarrassed. I don't know, people like, it's not much happening at the moment. I mean, it might kick off in a second when we have the end game crisis. If we do get it done all tonight though, I will be, because I'm due to stream tomorrow at midday, but I'm probably going to push it depending on how late we go, because I'm supposed to finish this stream 2 hours ago. But then on Sunday. And hopefully we're starting a brand new game. I'm going to go with Robot Empire. Like a machine empire right from the start, and do the whole... Just want something nice and simple, I think, for the next game, and just conquer the entire galaxy. We definitely won't have this slowdown issue, where we can just eat up every empire as we go, and destroy all organic life. I think that would be kind of fun. It'd be a fun change of pace anyway, I mean, compared to our last 2 playthroughs. And by last time I mean including this one, and the last one. There's also another interesting thing actually that I wanted to know as far as auto hosting goes, or hosting in general actually. So when I'm hosting somebody, I don't, and I look at my channel, it's still my chat. It's not like my chat doesn't link into, say, Oof's chat if I'm hosting him. So I have to go to his page, his actual site, to actually get involved in that chat. I was never sure if, as a content creator, you actually see if I put a message in my chat. Like sometimes I can't want to host people, sometimes I get it wrong, the command. So I don't know if it pops up for them and says, it just has my name and some kind of form of unhosting. Or whatever. Or if you can just chat at all. I don't know if but you can't. I wonder if there's any... I never really looked at the rooms. No, I haven't created any rooms. It would get confusing if you had two separate chats though in the one place. Although I wonder if I don't like opening Chrome now. Now I'm using OBS. I don't have a real need to have Chrome open. It does use up the CPU a bit. I think I can go and look at Oof's chat and see if anything's actually cropping up. Now hosting a Beta Compton Gaming. I don't know how that's going to read as well in the stats. It's like, I'm now viewing Oof's page, who is now hosting me. Does that count as a view? Shouldn't do. Alright, to be fair, I've paused it. That won't pause the chat. Now I can't look at all the other stats. Man, nothing's happening over here. No wars are ending, nothing. The game kind of has got slower again. I mean, even compared to earlier. Which I feel like it should get to some point where there's not that much going on. There's only so many empires, right? Only so much that can kind of happen. I mean, it's going a bit quicker doing that. Yeah, until this other war ends, we can't do much anyway, even in the meantime. Got another election. Let me guess who's going to win. Fiona. We'll upgrade that when we can. Then we won't care about a lot of these. Right, did we... 2 months, we get an extra leader, I can get a governor. In fact, let's can you copy a fleet design? If you can, I don't know a way. I'm sure I feel like there was a button for it. I'd be careful actually, I'm going to end up disbanding an entire fleet or something. Because we can easily, well, we can fit another 2, but we can comfortably get another 1 without having to worry about needing edicts for our naval capacity.
Research concluded.
Cool. Sure, army health, why not? And so now I can get another governor in here. Who have we got? Midnight Scavenger. Again, well, I don't think it necessarily matters because we get a bonus with the governors. I mean, we'll rename these to following names.
Concluded.
Oh, Grimbeard. Mandate unfulfilled. Never it is. You need to do a better job, Fiona, and finish your mandates. I don't really care about any of these. Army build speed, army defense. Actually, because you're synthetic, these guys get 25% bonus to leadership anyway. So he's just a no. Flat out no, there's no point. We might as well get something else in as well. I think I'll go with the army one. That just updated as well before my very eyes. Right, Midnight Scavenger, you're up. I don't think we've already got somebody named after you. But it would kind of make sense to stick you in our capital area. Oh, I want a summary for our core systems like this. Which system gives us the most science? I mean, you would think it would be our home system, but that wasn't. So I feel like we should get... Yeah, I'm going to replace you, Midnight Scavenger, because that's where we build armies anyway. We might not build any more armies anyhow. And then you can go in here. Nihilistic Nerd. I suppose I should have really looked, see to what extent if they really changed. Right, more research. And I'm gonna want the supercomputer. Haven't I already got? Oh, I guess that must have been left over because this is a place we captured, but it was on a low level. Let me replace that with Deep Space Black Site, and then let's upgrade that. And we'll just let that go. Yeah, they're all getting assimilated. They'll get there. Not sure how many were there earlier. Right, we've got 5 more months, and
Research concluded.
I don't know if it's going to exactly pop on the dot. I don't know exactly when it's supposed to hit. I just know it's after 2050 or check. 50 years after the end thing, which was whenever ago. Can you see? I wish they had numbers on these. It'd be cool to see how many you've actually done. Oh, there must be a way, right? Shield hub points plus 35. So have we done that 7 times? Do you reckon that's what it is? Or are there other bonuses somewhere in there? God, there's so many odd bonuses in there. Yeah, right. Yeah, let's have a look at our... Alright, let's do another fleet then. Oh, first off, let's get another Titan design. I'm starting to forget which ones we have already. So we've got minus fire rate, plus fire rate, disengagement chance, and defensive aura. And now tracking. Zen. We haven't had... Do we have a character? We do. We already have... That's Mulk. I think we've already got scientists named after you as well. Oof. Oh, no. I'll say oof in honor of thank you for hosting. We should name it after you, but we've already... One step ahead, we've already named one of our other Titan classes there. Big hairy boss, I think we named something after you recently. No! I think we were going to, and then for some reason we redid the name by accident or something like that, and it was like, oops, sorry. So that's cool. I'm Big Hairy Boss class, let's remember that. Fleet designer. Let's add a ship. I mean, we could, in theory... Why is it telling me... How many... You get one for every 200, right? I'm not going to do this, right? Maybe you actually have to build them before it says no. Why can't I... Why can't I remove you from the list now? Oh, there we go. I just want the one Titan in each fleet as a command ship. That's what we've been going for. We're working on the assumption you get one every 200. And maybe it's not counting it because it's not actually built yet. Or even in the process of building. I think I want at least 5 of each. And then I'll see what I'm left with. Oh, I didn't get extra corvettes. A bit of a waste at this point, but... Well, they're not that much of a waste. I mean, they die, but at least they die in place of a... They're kind of designed to die. Oh, where's a home base? Oh, god damn it. Karafnor. Sure, why not? I can't exactly remember which one that is. Let's get an Admiral for there as well. 2450. I don't know when it's going to tick. I'm assuming it's not 2450 on the dot. It wouldn't be that. It might be sometime during the year it checks. I don't know if it is every day, every year exactly. I might even... While we're here... Say while we're here, while we're not waiting, we're waiting for other pop-ups. I wonder if that other war ends, I might make outrageous demands on people. I can't believe nobody's invited what's their faces into our federation yet.
Construction project concluded.
Well, there's a something. What did you actually build? Construction queue. Was that just ships? See, all my shipyards. Oh, all except you. I was gonna say all my shipyards have. You're not supposed to be a shipyard. I was supposed to replace you ages ago, and I kind of forgot. Let's cancel you. I'll let you finish. So I would just have dedicated places, or at least you had the Fleet Academy there. Let's change you into anchorages. Anchorage? Sure. That's cool. Yeah, so I should just have my 4 dedicated shipyards. But they're all connected by, each of these has a thing in the system. gateway. So you really should. You might as well use all of them, right? Instead of queuing them all up in one place. In theory, we could build 24 ships at once, so... Reinforce that for the counter stuff we beat and right. Endgame prices. Stellaris. Because it's kind of like at this point it's like, well, how long are we gonna have to wait? I knew 2450. I know it goes up. Let's have a look at triggers. Oh, it's slightly different for each crisis event. Actually, let's move it on to. Oh, accidentally minimized my other screens. Oh, I know you guys can't see this. After 50 years into the endgame crisis, trigger will roll once every 5 years. So maybe it is on the dot. I don't know. Maybe it's like 1st of January.
Project concluded.
So in which case we'll have to wait another 5 years. I'd rather like to think that it picks a random date in that time. I wouldn't want it to be that predictable. Who's insulting me? Meh, 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 meh. You finished building ships, okay. How have... we can't let this... We could declare, well... We're not bordering these guys though, so... I don't know why. I've got to imagine these guys can... invite these guys in. Because they don't, well, they don't have this modifier, maybe. They're still friendly, aren't they? Don't know. This war's still going on? I guess it must be. We would get a... Still ages though, defender war exhaustion. They're not really aggressive enough against each other. Who was defending actually? You'll find a defensive war. It's like whenever we fire war against one of these, at some point the other one would declare war on them. Ah, there's Dasmog. It's gone to level 9. Taking you a while. I guess you get like a every time there's a science boost. Every time there's a science research. My original species were long-lived anyway, so I have a funny feeling we didn't go through many scientists. So it's taken you a long time to level up. You're still not level 10. I think, having said that, we were capped for a while at level 7 with our scientists or something like that. Anyway, let's carry on looking at... So potentially every 5 years, which is kind of annoying. Still got a little while to wait. Anybody know off the top of the head what the Wanderlust event was? Because it's like the extra-dimensional travelers, which I think we already had. Well, I had last time. 1.5 chance if any empire has completed the Wanderlust event. We had the whole Worm in Waiting. I guess that's what the event was actually called, Worm in Waiting, so it probably wasn't that. Side jump drives, that's what we had last time, so it was times 4. 10 for the consent, right. 10 for the contingency, which is heavily modified by the prevalence of robots in default empires. I guess in default... Right, yeah, okay. With synthetics growing pops are excluded, but machine units are not. So it's times 2 if any empire has more than 75% synthetic population. We're 100%. And then times 1.2 if a machine intelligence follows empire exists. It does. Oh, the fallen empire counts to the second bit too, if a machine intelligence empire exists, because we've got the... I mean, kind of figure out which one we're going to get. I guess we're going to get one of the contingency. Where are you? You're down here. The Alpha Refuge. Meow 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 meow. You don't have... I mean, you are machine consciousness, but you don't have the actual civic for it. Does that make a difference? It's a symbol they've got here in the wiki. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's gone past 2451. I'm not exactly trying to work it out exactly, but it's just kind of a case of like, well, how long do we wait?
Receiving transmission.
It judges by individual empires. We're according to a wiki, which... it's not entirely. It's like all the empires. It's because it's like if there's a fall. It says here it's like the machine one. If there's a machine intelligence fallen empire exists, it's a 1.2 modifier. And if any empire has more than 75% population as machines, which I do, if any empire has more than 75% synthetic population, but you could work out the, well, yeah. Right, okay, hang on. Other questions chosen. The global flag for it is set. And the initial crisis event is triggered after 200 plus days. Right. You're going to do the math. I'm just like... Right. So it's basically 10, 10, 10 for each of the different ones with modifiers. But then it's 120 chance of getting nothing. And it's every 5 years. But then there's modifiers, right? So for the machine one... It's heavily modified, prevalence of robots, blah blah blah. So it should be 10 times 2, because if any empire has more than 75% synthetic population, we're like 100%, give or take. Well, not really give. Yeah, it says synthetics here, not machines. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Which is heavily modified by the prevalence of robots in default empires. With synthetics, growing pops are excluded, but machine units are not. What does a growing pops mean? Maybe that's excluding the people who used to be growing pops and now they're synthetic. Maybe it excludes that. Because then it might just count the like the actual synthetics over them, in which case it's only like a third, I guess. Oh, but that modifies. Oh, they stack, don't they? So maybe we're only getting the first one, the times 2. Growing means being built. Well, that was my first assumption. 156 is the weight if there are no machine intelligence empires with more than 100 pops. What, towards the contingency happening? Is that what you've worked out as? Maths. This is what people come to streams for. The maths. Who are you? Oh, you're a protectorate. Oh, right. Oh, I don't really want a migration treaty with you. That timed out anyway. I'd rather have the subject for the extra 5%. I mean the hive mind. On the wiki, there's two different parts to it, right? One is just simply how much of your population is synthetic, and then it talks about machine intelligences. And it's like 1.2, there's a machine intelligence fallen empire, which there is. And then 1.25, if any machine intelligence empire exists, the aforementioned fallen empire counted as 2. And then there's one base. Then you add ones based on how many machine units. So we've got a fallen empire there, so I feel like that should count. But as far as our empire, it's just the first. I'm assuming you're looking at the Paradox wiki. It's the same page I am. But then it's against 120 chance of nothing. That's the only machine intelligence in the galaxy. I believe so. I mean, not counting us, of course, because we're not actually. Oh, I can't look just by looking at this. I'm pretty sure they're the only ones I've seen. There really isn't an easy way for me to check, is there? Let's just go through it, see if we got... I guess nobody else has gone through the machine path. But yeah, we had some, because we had some last time. We didn't have any this time. We had 2 hive minds, biological ones this time. Well, I'm on the species list, yeah, but it's not... I have to check them one at a time. Unless... Well, yeah, so they're the custodians. Yeah, we had 2 biological hives, and they were both devouring swarms this time. Which is funny because we didn't have any biological swarms last time. But we had some machine ones. So yeah, that's literally it. I say literally. I'm assuming you can't get primitives who are machines. I suppose it depends on what... Right, not in the late medieval age, I don't think. It's perfectly feasible for people to develop robots before they do proper space travel. I mean, we kind of have-ish. Oh, I nearly have 61 pops anyway, as well. But if I'm reading the wiki right, which I might be wrong, the existence of these guys with 61 pops, which should just give me a 1.45 modifier. 1 for if it exists, and then 1.25 if any. 1.2 if there's a fallen empire with machine intelligence, and then 1.25 if there's a machine intelligent empire exist. The aforementioned fallen empire counts 2, although that only takes it from a 10 to a... It's multiplication. Well, I was assuming the multiplication would be added. So it's like the base is 10, and then I don't know if you get multiplication on top of a multiplication. Okay, so then the weight for the consistency is 156. Let me try to work out the odds of the others. $156. Are you just like times in by 1, then times it by the other? But this is versus 120 chance of nothing. Oh, somebody declaring war? Oh, yeah, but I don't care. Who? See, now we can't invite you into our federation. And if you had invited us into a federation, if you just joined our federation, we would have been in this war. We could have wiped these guys out for you. Sure, why not? I mean, you're obviously going to keep asking. But it takes every 5 years, right? It looks like, according to this wiki, only the Scourge. Only the Scourge is based on time. So it's every 5 years, but that doubles if it goes 60 years after. Yeah, it checks every 5 years. The extra dimensional one, which is the one we got last time, I'm hoping we don't get anyway. Well, like I say, because we got it last time. If any default Empire has side drives. I don't think anybody else does. And I don't know about the Wonderlands event, I can't remember. No, I don't think so. I haven't got the side jumps. We haven't gone down that. I mean, can I check all the other Emperors? I mean, I guess oh, hang on. What I would know from our Federation... Yeah, we don't have any side jump drives in our Federation. Because otherwise our Federation fleet would have it. I know that much. Fallen Empires tend to have them. Well, we've destroyed one Fallen Empire. It's only going to be these guys. Well, the machines aren't going to have them, right, are they? No, you just have the regular jump drives. And I'll check just for the sake of it. I'm assuming... Oh, hang on a minute. Did we have 4? We have 4 Fallen Empires? No, we just had the 2. And yeah, of course these guys don't. I don't think it would be possible, but worth checking. Well, we're nothing bad to do. We finished our starbase here. We kind of have. Still got this barn for an upgrade, which I'm kind of curious. We might do that at the very end before we end the series. I kind of want to keep hold of that. Well, according to its power, it's like twice as good as any of these. Although it takes up 2 slots, right? No, more than twice as good. 2,700 versus 900. It's like 3 times as good, and it takes up 2 slots. And it's only half as good as that, but that takes up 8, so... Who's rivaling who? I can't rival anyone. Oh yeah, I knew there was a star base somewhere. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. It is. Yeah, it is definitely a little bit quicker when I go here. Right, how's our fleet coming on? Almost done. I guess you're just waiting on the Titan. We don't have an Admiral for you. But then we don't have a spare slot. So... I guess when the event hits, might as well wait to see. Oh, any edicts that I care about. Says 200 plus random 800 days for the actual start. Oh, right, yes. So the way I've interpreted that is when it triggers, then it can actually happen. So it might have already triggered. So it potentially, so the event will trigger, and then it's a random amount of time. So between 200 and 800 days, right? How long's 800 days? 2.5 years? Well, we've already gone past that point, haven't we?
Research concluded.
So I guess it triggers after 5 years. I don't know, 800 days, 365 days, 720, isn't it, for 2 years, plus change. Yeah, we're already past that, we're already almost into the 3rd year after the 5-year mark, so I don't think it's already triggered. $180 is the outside. Oh, it's plus 800 days. Oh, sorry. I thought it was like 200 to 800 days. So it's a minimum of 200, maximum of 1,000 then. Yeah. Now after that, depending on the crisis. I'm avoiding looking at the actual bits that tell you about the crises themselves. I just want to know what triggers them. What was the bing? Oh, we had more science. I mean, I'm still kind of working on the assumption as well. Naively, this might be. It won't take us long to defeat the final thing. I mean, how more prepared can you be, right? Right? I don't know if it scales to your current strength, in which case we might be screwed, because we haven't got actually much way to grow. But, interested in looking at the differences here. I mean, the fleets are all slightly different, but they're roughly the same. But the big difference, of course, is this one doesn't have an admiral. So, like, even just here, I think this is probably my more recent one. There's probably not much in it. But yeah, 10k, probably put that mostly down to... This one's got more cruisers. Whereas this one's got more of the smaller ships anyway. There's quite a big difference by having a good admiral. Huge difference, in fact. Well, I guess it's 10% difference. So I'm getting to that point now as well. I guess we're not busy doing other things. These things just catch you off guard. Normally. I guess it did last time. But we were doing other bits. But now I'm like, well, I don't want to get in. If the opportunity for a war does pop up, like with these guys, say, there's going to be a while before they have any kind of peace. It's fair to say, though, we definitely missed a checkpoint. So it's basically at the 3-year mark-ish. Isn't it? So we know it hasn't triggered this time. So at this point we could say, no, it could still be just 4 years away. God damn. I also pop on my allies' pet empires. Yeah, I normally... I kind of got bored of... I normally trade them... I'm quite happy to give away... We have got huge amounts of minerals, actually, surprisingly. It's not that surprising, we did just create another fleet, I suppose. And I have been letting some of my edicts and stuff run out. I don't care what I get in return, actually. Drone and optimization, sure. Warring states, sure. Don't care about the greater good. I don't want to leave room for the desperate measures, but we can still afford another one. When's the Grand Fleet run out? Oh, another 10 years, yeah. Cool. Now we'll hit our cap in no time. Which might be useful if we lose our entire fleets, being able to rebuild them quick.